Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan show. This is our Christmas show because we're 5 days away from Christmas. So tonight is the 20th of December 2018. We've got a bunch of callers on hold. I'm really thrilled and grateful that everybody who has called in has taken the time to join us in this busy holiday season, especially this week. It gets kind of crazy. As a matter of fact, when I'm done doing the show, I'm going to go make my world famous, but it's famous to everybody that knows me. I make this cranberry pumpkin bread. So imagine banana bread, but it's pumpkin bread with fresh cranberries in it, and it's out of this world. And I give a lot of gifts with this pumpkin bread. So I'll be baking this evening, and I'm in pretty good shape for Christmas. Jonathan gets in Sunday night late. That will be wonderful to have him, and then I'll have a crowd for Christmas dinner, and we'll be at his fiance's family's house Christmas Eve. So lots of things planned here. I know your schedules are as crazy as mine, and I hope you're managing to have fun and pacing yourself, because let's face it, it's a lot of work, and it's also a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work too. All right. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. One quick reminder, we have a drawing coming up the first week of January, and so be sure and register for that for a free 1-hour session valued at $155. And all you have to do is follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan. Write a review on iTunes. Go to itunes.com/AskJulieRyan, and you'll be able to write a review and then sign up for my blog. So that's easy peasy. I got to talk to this month's winner earlier this week. Her name was Teresa, and we just had a ball, and she was thrilled. She was driving to work one morning, and she was listening to the show on a podcast playback, and she said, I about drove off the road. I was so excited when I heard my name called. So sign up for that, and then we'll figure out a time for us to chat. Okay, let's go to the phones, and I believe our first caller is Linda. Hi, Linda.
Hey, Julie. How are you?
Well, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Great to talk to you again. I enjoyed our private session we did earlier this week when you were doing a medical scan of me, trying to figure out what was going on with my oral surgery in my lip area. And I live in Orlando, Florida, but right now I'm actually in Newburgh, New York, sitting in the Stewart Airport waiting to catch a flight. So I'm not down in Florida where you normally scan me. I'm up in New York.
Okay. Well, terrific. Well,
yeah.
Do you have a question for me?
Yeah, I want to check and see the progress on my lips since we did the scan earlier this week, and it looked like there was a little bit of an infection, and you had done a little treatment on it, and then I went to the doctor and had him look at it, and it is feeling better, but it's still swollen. So I'm just curious what you see. You know, do I possibly still have a little bit of an infection?
Okay, tell everybody a quick version of what was going on, what we came up with.
Yeah, I had an impacted saliva gland, and I had to have oral surgery because it herniated, and they went in and cut it out, and it looked like there was a little bit of an infection down in the cavity of the saliva gland, and then I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, I don't see any infection, but you're definitely irritated by the stitches. There's a lot of inflammation, so he took the stitches out. Yeah, so I think between the treatment that you did, went during my personal session, and then the doctor taking the stitches out, that it got better. But I'm not taking the antibiotic because I didn't want to wreck my gut. So I'm just curious if there is still a little bit of an infection there, and that's why it's still kind of swollen and bothering me.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, Linda, is I'm going to connect to you. How I do that for those of you who are first-time callers is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because when our spirits are attached to a human body, we vibrate more slowly just because the body has mass. So I'm going to raise my vibrational level. I'll be able to connect with Linda's spirit up in New York. Linda, I'm going to mute you, and then I'll come back just because we can hear the airport
I'm
noise.
sorry.
So I'll come back. That's all right. I'm going to mute you, and then I'll be right back. You'll be able to hear still, though. And so I'm going to connect to her, and then I'm going to shoot energy from her feet up through the top of her head, and it's going to be as if I'm looking at a hologram of her, and I'll be able to see the equivalent of an X-ray or a CT scan or an MRI. So here we go. Here comes laser beam heading up to you in New York, Linda. Okay, got you. Yeah, you still got some infection going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to administer some more antibiotic energy. And that looks like hot pink energy. I'm going to unmute you. So it looks like hot pink energy. That's what we used last time, too.
Okay.
I think I mentioned to swish out your mouth with colloidal silver, but don't
I've
swallow
been doing
it.
that. Okay.
Keep doing that. Okay. I would take that. If you travel for the holidays, I believe you told me you're traveling for the holidays when we did our private consult, take the antibiotics with you in case you need them. Right now, based on what I'm seeing, I think your body's healing itself really well.
Okay.
So I would continue to do the colloidal silver.
Okay.
And then vitamin C and zinc. You know about that too? We talked about that.
Say that again now, the what?
The vitamin C and zinc, ester C, 1,000 milligrams of ester C, 50 of zinc. Take it 3 times a day. It's a great immune booster, so it will help you heal faster.
Okay, great.
Well, have a wonderful trip and a wonderful holiday. Okay. Take care.
Thanks, Julie.
Bye-bye. All righty. Let's see who's next. I believe it's Diamond. Hi, Diamond.
Hi, Julie. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, girl?
I am just fabulous. I just want to tell you, I just got your book, The Angelic Attendants, and I cannot wait to read this book, okay?
Oh.
I am excited. I just started the first couple of pages, and it's just amazing on how you go and talking about, your different people that you actually interacted with to learn your gifts and the different schools and stuff you went. So I'm just amazed. I'm just excited. I can't wait to go back and pick this book up.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy it, and please do me a favor and leave an Amazon review after you're done. I would really appreciate that. It helps other people find the information. So that would be great. Well, good. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I am calling from Delaware.
All right. You got a question for me?
I have 2 questions. My first question is my mother. She goes through all types of pains. She had a pinched nerve in her back and also a blood clot in her leg, and she is constantly in pain. She can't sit, can't stand, can't lay down for long periods of time. So I wanted to take this acupuncturist that I see frequently. So I wanted to know if it will help her in her condition.
So is it in Diamond's mom? What's your mom's name, Diamond?
Missy.
Is it in Diamond's mom, Missy's best interest to go see an acupuncturist? I get a yes on that. Why don't you schedule a private session for her with me? Give it to her for a Christmas present if you can. And even if she doesn't want to talk to me, talk to her about what we're doing, and you and I can work on her.
Awesome.
Permission. Do that so we can do a deep dive and see what's going on with that blood clot, what's causing it, what's causing her pain, and see if we can eradicate the problem. Okay. So just to do that, Diamond, just go to AskJulieRyan.com, and you'll see there's a button that'll say book your appointment, and you just go in there and pick a date and time. Because I'm working next week, obviously not on Christmas or Christmas Eve, but I'm working several days next week, and I believe there's still some slots available. So,
gotcha.
Do that. Okay. And then you had another quick question, or that was it?
I do. My second question is my grandson. He is going through a lot in school behavioral-wise, so I want to know if there's something that I can help him with so that he can, come up with a behavior plan or get him back on track again?
Yeah. Have him eat what God made and stay away from stuff that's man-made as much as you can. So much of behavior issues with kids is based on what they eat. It's just crazy. And a lot of those issues are absolutely eradicated when you get them eating healthy food. And little kids understand. You show them an apple and you show them a Twinkie and you say, which one did God make and which one did man make? And they know that. Little teeny kids know that. So work on that. The other thing is, Diamond, if you can limit his screen time, good luck with that. But children's behavior, and really adults too for that matter, but especially children's behavior is very much affected by the amount of screen time that they have.
I totally understand, and yes, that needs to be done for him.
Yeah, they could just get addicted to the screen, and it causes behavior issues. So those are the two big things, and those are pretty easy sounding to correct. They can be, they can be some of a challenge, but it's stuff that you can do that's free, and hopefully it'll have it'll really benefit for him. Have a benefit.
It makes so much sense with the screen time and everything. Thank you, Julie.
You are so welcome. Have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas.
You have a wonderful holiday too.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Okay, let's see who's next. I believe it's Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Michigan. I'm in Oxford today.
Okay, terrific. Well, you got a question for me?
I do. So I called a few months ago, and I was asking about a job opportunity that had been a possibility for me. And you had said that you saw an offer coming within the next 3 months. And you explained how future events can change and all that stuff. Well, I think that's what happened because the guy that I was working with had heard that I moved out of the state, so he just figured that I didn't want a job anymore. He didn't check with me or anything. And I guess when I was talking to him, I left things, I couldn't get a feel as if he was still working on finding me a position or not, and I just kind of want to know what you see, if you see that I should still kind of be holding out for this, or if I should just kind of give up on it and go in another direction, or what would be in my best interest, I guess.
Chrissy, was this a teaching job? Remind me.
No, it was a F&I, finance and insurance.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it in Chrissy's best interest so what have you got to lose if you look elsewhere? Not much, I would think.
Right. And I have been looking elsewhere. I don't know. I'm still hoping, I think, for this one.
Have you talked to him lately?
Not since he told me that. And I let him know I was still interested. I mean, but
what I'm getting is just call him weekly. Call him, email him. Let him know how interested you are. In the meantime, look for something else as well. There's still a lot of energy wrapped around that job. I think if there isn't a job right now, something has great potential to open. So your tenacity in letting them know, letting him know, letting whoever know that you're still really interested in working with them, and just follow up. I would follow up weekly.
Okay, you think it's in my best interest to continue, because I don't know, I just didn't know if maybe that wasn't the job for me, or if
there's still a lot of energy around that job. So if that one's been filled, there's another one that has the potential to open there.
Okay.
So I would follow up, and in the meantime, something else may show up, but I don't think you have anything to lose.
Okay.
All right. Well, happy holidays. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
I believe our next caller is Pat. Hi, Pat.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I have a big question. My husband has having a lot of issues with his knees. He needs to get them done, but we've been kind of pushed away twice by the doctors because he had heart issues. So we went to the doctors, and he had a TEE done, and they said that he has a tear in his one of his valves. So it's like, do we get both of them done, or should just go for the one knee? I mean, he really wants them both done. They're both just as bad, and I know he won't go for another, go back if he gets one done to get the other one done. So what do I do? I mean, where do we go? Should he get them done? Is it going to be okay?
Yeah. Pat, where are you calling us from?
Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. I would suggest that before you go that route, have you talked to anybody in the area? Where are you in Pennsylvania? Are you near Pittsburgh or near Philadelphia?
Near
or where?
Philadelphia. That's who we've been dealing with, the surgeons from Philly.
All right. I would look into the stem cell work that's being done. There are two centers that I recommend. There's one in Florida, and there's one in California in the Bay Area. And there's the doctor in the Bay Area, his name is Matt Cook. He's an anesthesiologist doing this. And these guys, if you email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com, Pat, I will send you links to both of these centers. And certainly they're going to have colleagues that are going to be in your area. And you're in such a great place. I mean, you can go into Manhattan or there are a lot of, you have access to a lot of places there. And I'm sure there are colleagues doing the same thing. These guys are fixing, they're fixing knees. They're fixing $30 million shoulders. They're doing all this without surgery with the stem cell stuff.
Right.
I would explore that.
We kind of checked into that last year. But the problem is like a couple people had said to us, because of its being so new, this is like a cash deal for these stem cells. And meaning there's really no guarantee at this point. So it was like, I think $7,500 per knee. So it's like $1,300 or $1,500, whatever, something like that. And there's no guarantee that it's going to work. So that's why we were going for the actual knee replacement.
Yeah, two things on that. Number one, it's not that new. It's been done in Europe for a long time, way over a dozen years. It's new in the U.S. because of the FDA. That's number one. Number two, you have to look at that. What's your out-of-pocket cost going to be on the total joints? I'm an inventor of orthopedic surgery devices for total joint surgery, so I know it really well. And I just think with your husband's heart issues, I would explore that. The prices are coming down like crazy. You just never know. You might be able to get into a university program or something. I just think it's worth exploring before you subject him to surgery, especially with his heart issues.
Right.
So I would explore that. I would explore that avenue.
Okay.
And then once you exhaust that, if it's not viable, then call back in and let's see. And I would suggest scheduling a private consult too. Let me do a deep dive on him and see really what's going on and see what I can do to help get him out of pain in the short run and that kind of thing too. But email me and I'll send you links to those centers. Julie at AskJulieRyan.com.
Okay, great. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful holiday. Thanks for calling, Pat.
All right.
You
Bye-bye.
bet. Bye-bye. Okay, I believe our next caller, Sally. Hi, Sally.
Hi.
Hi. How are ya?
I'm better.
Phone disconnected.
Thank you. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm in my car, so.
That's okay. Well, good. Where is your car?
I'm in North Carolina.
Okay. Well, good.
You never know with me.
Well, we met. Tell everybody how we met. We met, what, a month ago?
About a month ago, yep, I was doing a show, and I had an accident and messed up my shoulder, and Julie pinpointed the problem that the x-ray didn't even show up. So, and it's getting better. It's going to be a long haul, but there is a tear in the rotator cuff.
Yeah, you sure did. And everybody, I met Sally at a Christmas bazaar, basically, right? A Christmas show here in Birmingham.
Yeah.
You We're over here. And, oh, my God, the work she does, you guys, the embroidery. You should see. Well, not embroidery. What do you call it? Monogramming.
Both, embroidery and just sewing.
Oh, my goodness. Just gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. And she was in a sling, and I could tell she was in pain. And so we just started chatting in the middle of her booth. And I explained what I did. And you were so gracious. And you said, well, yeah, go ahead and do your thing. And so that's how that happened. So anyways. Well,
yeah,
good.
It was wonderful.
So nice to hear your voice. How may I help you this evening?
Well, I need guidance.
Okay.
And I think my dad is, between you and my dad, I feel like I could get some decent guidance. There is a person in my life that I feel like was put in my life to be there forever. We've had our ups and downs, and there's been an old girlfriend that came back, and I think that's finally gone by the wayside. But we had a spat today, and I'm just very confused. And, I don't know if I should just give up or just keep the faith. I really don't know. And my dad's been gone. It's been 11 years. And, he was always my rock and the person that would give me good advice. Don't have that anymore. So,
okay. Well, so this is a gentleman friend, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We've known each other about 3 years, and we are close. And he said he has very strong feelings for me, but what does that mean? So I just don't know. Part of it's I'm tired. I mean, it's my time of year, and I really am exhausted. Mm-hmm. And that probably contributed to our little spat today. But I just, am I spinning my wheels?
So, do you mind telling us his first name?
Andy.
Okay. All right. So, is it in Sally's best interest to be in a romantic relationship with Andy? To continue her romantic relationship with Andy? I get a yes before the question's even out. So that's divine guidance. So is it in Sally's best interest? What I'm getting is go with the flow. I mean, just act normal. It's the holiday. I don't think you need to do anything. Unless you feel like you need to apologize if your behavior was out of line. But if his behavior was out of line, I mean,
he actually apologized earlier. But
go with the flow.
Okay.
Go with the flow. At this moment in time, is it in Sally's best interest to be in a romantic relationship, to continue her romantic relationship with Andy? I got a yes. Got a yes 3 times. So I think it's going to blow over. I think don't overanalyze the crap out of it. Just go on. You're tired. He's tired. It's a crazy time of year. Read my blog that I posted that I'm gonna read here in a minute. So stay on long enough
I will.
and listen to this. And I think you're going to be just fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can
I look at your shoulder real fast while I got you on?
Yeah.
On the
phone? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me look at your shoulder. All right. Yeah, it's healing nicely. I'm just going to zap it a little bit just to give it a little rocket fuel to hopefully speed it up. I hope you're in way less pain. You were in a lot of pain when I met you a month ago.
It's gone in and out, but I mean, I sew for a living, so
right.
You have to use your shoulder. So it hasn't had a rest yet.
Okay. And your stuff is so amazing. Tell everybody your website.
thechristmasbell.com.
Okay.
And
Christmas
bell with
bell,
an E.
Okay. thechristmasbell.com. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Terrific. Well, feel better. Hang in there with Andy and have a wonderful holiday and get some rest.
Thank you. Same to you.
Okay. Thanks for calling, Sally.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. All right. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-770-4160, and the access code is 533677#. You can find this information a whole bunch of different places on my website, AskJulieRyan.com. You'll see it anywhere you download podcasts. It's in the show notes, and it's on YouTube in the show notes. Also, social media. Follow me on Ask Julie Ryan at Instagram, at Ask Julie Ryan, and on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. And I always post something the day of the show with the call-in information, just as a reminder and to make it easy for you. Also, on my blog, there's a question that somebody submits. Well, people submit questions all the time, and one is chosen each week, and then I answer it, and I send that out as my blog, usually on Wednesday nights or Thursday mornings, and it has this call-in information in there as a reminder. When you're on my site, sign up for my blog, and also sign up for a private session. I've mentioned that to a couple of our callers already, and it's really fun, you guys, when we do the private sessions, because we have an hour, and we can focus on anything and everything that you want to focus on. I can scan you medically. I can scan your pets. I can scan your home, looking for mold or water leaks or whatever, if you have an issue with that. We can do past life stuff. We can do spirit guide stuff. We can talk to deceased loved ones. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of different things that we can do, and it makes it really fun. And then I get you to myself for a whole hour, which I love. Okay, so this week we got a question from Maureen, and Maureen lives in Minnetonka, Minnesota. That's a lot of M's there. And she said, "Hi, Julie. Each year as the holidays approach, I find myself dreading the inevitable family dramas that always arise. Not only do we have the equivalent of a crazy uncle who stirs up trouble, we have several relatives that seem to cause friction wherever they go and with whomever they speak. It's miserable. Do you have any strategies to help me get through the holidays? Thanks, Maureen." And here's my response. Hi, Maureen. What a great and timely question. Yeah, 5 days before Christmas. Great question. During the holidays, many people feel like their family is starring in its own soap opera and they dread the drama. The reasons behind these conflicts, Sally, hopefully you're still listening, include the meshing of different personalities who are often together, too much alcohol, gossip, and being around people who like to create drama to make themselves feel better. In order to help you navigate the festivities, here are a few tips from Daniel Amen, MD, a double board certified psychiatrist. Number one, keep your cool. Stay calm, and others are more likely to model your behavior. Number two, build a bridge. Do your best to look at the situation from the other person's perspective. This can head off an argument before one has the chance to happen. Number three, distract yourself. Hum a tune, think of happy thoughts, do whatever you need to do to avoid being drawn into the drama. Number four, take a time out. Go to a separate part of the house for 10 to 15 minutes to cool off and not engage in the argument or discussion. Number five, try whispering. The dramatic change in the decibel level of your voice will make everyone pay attention to what you're saying as you attempt to diffuse the situation. And lastly, number six, take it outside. When things get tough, either remove yourself or try to get everyone to go outside for some fresh air and exercise. At the end of the day, the only thing we can control is our thoughts, which means we all have the ability to keep anyone from ruining our experience. Good luck. Hope this is your best holiday season ever. Okay, couple of thoughts on this. First of all, the bit about some people just like to create drama to make themselves feel better. People with ADD create drama a lot of the time at family gatherings because they get an adrenaline rush, they get a dopamine rush by arguing and getting involved in arguments and heated conversations. So keep that in mind if you're dealing with somebody who seems to have ADD or isn't able to focus. And I think that explains a lot. The other thing is alcohol. We all know that. when people drink a lot, sometimes problems can arise. But I thought those tips were good tips. And Maureen, what a great question to ask this time of year. Hopefully that information will help lots of other people that are listening. Okay, let's go back to the phone and see who else we have. I believe our next caller is Claire. Hi, Claire.
Oh, hi, Sally. Hi, it's Claire.
Oh, hi, Claire. How are you?
Much better today.
Good, good. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from the San Francisco Bay Area on the East Bay side from Martinez, Pleasant Hill, California.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
You got a question for me?
I actually have two, and I'll start with mine. I just got out of the hospital 2 days ago. I have Crohn's disease that was diagnosed 40 years ago, and I've had several flare-ups in that 40-year time period. So I'm not new to the Crohn's disease, but every time it seems to get a little worse.
Oh.
And this time was probably the worst. And I think it's because they may have given me a little more morphine than I wanted, and it created some horrible, horrible images, and I felt for sure that I had died. I saw some people, some of whom I recognized, others I did not, some of whom were deceased, and that kind of scared me because I am very much aware that if I start seeing a lot of dead people, I'm somewhere close. But my parents did not appear. So, however, my very young, at the time of her passing, daughter-in-law did appear. She did not say anything. She just smiled at me, and I smiled back. And then there were a couple of other people that I think are still alive, and I couldn't imagine what they were doing there. They weren't particularly close friends. And then a very dear friend of mine was with me as we moved around in these strange environments, and the other people I really didn't recognize, but there were some scary scenarios. So my question is simply, how close was I to being dead? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Okay. Well, a couple of things, and I'll do an instant replay, Claire, to see what happened. But a couple of things come to mind before we get there. When we're in a drugged state, we are able to see spirits. So it doesn't mean that you're dying. Back in the day during the hippie years, when you'd hear about people taking an acid trip on LSD or whatever, and they would see all kinds of different figures and stuff like that. What it does is it helps relax our barriers to the spirit world, if you will. And so there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing scary about it. Anything that you saw that was scary, all spirits are pure love and light, Claire. So I don't believe in anything. I've been doing this 25 years. I don't believe in scary demons and all that kind of jazz. I think that's all been created to control the masses throughout history.
Okay.
So when we see something that we perceive as scary, what happens? Hi, LaShonda. I'm going to mute you, and then I'll come back to you. I see you just joined us. What that is we're in a different reality than our human reality, and our human brain's trying to process something that it doesn't have the capacity to process. That makes sense. So it's like, you're trying to figure out an astrophysics equation, and you have no clue how to do that. You're not an astrophysicist. Okay. So when people tell me, I saw these demons and I saw these scary figures. Okay. That doesn't mean that they were demons or scary figures. It means that we just don't have the human capacity to translate from a different reality. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the fact that you saw loved ones who are still alive is very, very common, because our spirits have the ability to it's called time travel, And
yes.
what we can do is we can be in more than one place at a time. So,
right.
you know, when somebody is having surgery or they have some kind of drama or trauma going on in their life, and people will say, hey, I'm going to be with you there in spirit.
Right.
We really can be with people in spirit even when we're still attached to a body.
Exactly.
So that's,
I believe that.
That's something that, you know, very common as well. So I want you to know that. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to connect into you energetically, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do a replay of that time when you were in the hospital and you were tripping on morphine, for lack of a better word. How about that?
Exactly. And I kept saying I don't want that stuff, you know, but you know, they had to give it to me for the pain.
Right.
And that's fine, except, you know, there comes a time when there is no more pain. I'd rather, you know, just be in the small amount of pain without the drugs. And so after I was off of it, I was fine. But while I was on it, I felt very, very close to dying. And I guess I came out of it okay, and I asked my spirit guides to help me through, and they obviously did, and I'm much better today, and I know a lot of my problem is diet, but I keep I hardly am able to eat anything with my condition. So, you know, my diet is pretty much under control, but I just don't want this to happen again. I don't think I could take it another time.
No kidding. No kidding. All right. So what I did was I connected to you while you were talking from Alabama to you in California. And what I did was a replay, like what you'd see if you were watching a sporting event, if you're watching a football game, they're doing an instant replay. What I did, you were not dying. You were just drugged, so your spirit was coming in and out of your body at the top of your head. And I see that a lot with patients that are under anesthesia. When they're in the recovery room after surgery. And, and the spirit exits the body through the top of the head. If you go to my website, AskJulieRyan.com, and you look at the 12 Phases of Transition tab, you'll see graphics, Claire, of what happens when somebody is dying. And you'll see that the spirit looks like a bubble in a cartoon caption. And oftentimes when people are under anesthesia, that spirit will come in and out of the body, and sometimes when it gets out of the body, it kind of flies around, and it reminds me of Casper the Friendly Ghost from that cartoon, you know, back in the day. So that's what was going on. I don't believe you were dying. I think you were just drugged. You were just drugged with that. Again, consider scheduling a private session, and we'll have an hour to go over all of this.
Yes.
And we'll figure out not just what your symptoms are, but let's figure out the cause and see if we can just eradicate all of the symptoms.
That would be wonderful.
And we'll just reverse engineer it instead of what our medical world is set up to do is to treat symptoms, but not necessarily find the cause.
Exactly.
So let's spend some time reverse engineering this and figure out what's causing it, and then get you well.
Oh, that would be great. That would be
okay. Claire, thanks so much for calling. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. And the same to you. Very, very good holiday.
You.
Okay.
Take
bye-bye.
Care. Bye-bye. Okay, I believe Nadlicia is with us. Hi, girl. Nadlicia.
Hi, Julie. Hey, Julie.
Girl.
How you doing? Hi. I have a question. This is Natalie from South Carolina, Hilton Head.
Yeah. What's your question?
Julie, my question is, do you see my deal closing the 28th of December or not? Or is it going to be postponed again?
Will Natalie's business deal be finalized December 28th? I get a no. Will it be finalized before December 28th? No. Before the end of December? Yes. So, I don't know. The 28th is what, Friday?
Yeah.
So could it be closed on Saturday?
Maybe. 31st? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. So you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know.
That's true, because Monday's the 30th, right?
Yeah,
No, Monday's the 31st. Yeah.
Yeah, 31st is Monday.
Okay, so right now, at this moment in time, I'm getting that it will close by the end of the month. Again, future events are fluid. There are a lot of variables that come into play, so it may change. But right now, I'm getting, yes, it will close before the end of the month.
Okay, cool. All right, let's keep that. Thank you, Julie. Thanks.
My fingers crossed for you. I have a quick question for you. For you. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. I know you were born and raised in Italy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where in Italy?
In Puglia.
Okay, which is near what?
Near the Ionic Gulf, Ionic Sea.
Okay. All right. Are you doing anything for the holidays that is something that your family did in Italy that you brought with you to America? And if so, what is that?
I have to say it's a Prosecco and Panettone.
You're going to have Panettone?
Yeah, I do.
And Prosecco?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So tell everybody what those are.
Oh, it's Prosecco. It's kind of like it's a little like champagne. It's not quite champagne, but it's just a substitute for some champagne. But it's very good. It's made quite great from the northern Italy. And the panettone, there are lots of variety of panettone, but the original one is basically a oven-baked cake. But there are so many other variations of panettone these days. At my time, that was the traditional way that we used to eat panettone. But it's just it has fruit cake and it's eggs, and it's really nice. Different variation of cakes that you can have for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and then of course you have other things that you can do as well. But those two are traditional from Italy. Panettone and Prosecco.
Okay. I'd love to hear what people's family traditions are, and I love it when I'm talking to somebody who was born and raised in another country to find out what they're still doing to keep that culture alive, because it makes you feel more at home, I would think. It brings back all kinds of memories.
Yes, indeed, it does.
I make this dressing, turkey and dressing, and it's my grandmother's recipe, and so I hadn't planned on making it this year for Christmas, and Jonathan, my son, was like, "You gotta make Mima dressing, Mom. I gotta have turkey, I gotta have Mima dressing, I gotta have cranberries." And I said, "Oh, okay then. All right then. Guess I'll be making Mima dressing." Down here in the deep south, they make cornbread dressing, and I'm a Yankee. I grew up in the north, so that's not how they make it up there. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cute that my son at 26 is like, "Mom, you've got to make me my dressing." All right. Well, have a wonderful holiday, and my fingers are crossed for you with your deal.
Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you and your family. Thank you for everything.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Okay. And our next caller is LaShonda. Hi, LaShonda. Oh, did I unmute you? I guess I didn't. There you are. Hi, LaShonda.
Hi, Julie. Hello.
Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
West Palm Beach, Florida.
All right. So what tradition do you keep over the holidays that is a family thing?
I actually don't really have one.
You don't? Well, you better make one up, girl.
I think it's high time I did that, but we don't really have one. Never did.
Well, serve drinks with little umbrellas in them at least, or something. You can have eggnog with Florida umbrellas in them. How about that?
Well, there's an idea. There
you go. Oh gosh. Well, I cut you off last week because we ran out of time. So you have time tonight, girl. Tell us, what's your question?
I was debating that. I was thinking I would just ask if there's any, I guess, housekeeping or, last-minute things that I probably need to, do for 2018 to move into 2019 free and clear and ready to go.
Get a massage is what first came to mind.
I could use it, yes.
Seriously, that's the first thing that came into my mind was treat yourself to a massage.
Okay.
Okay. So the week between Christmas and New Year's is what I'm getting. And a manicure, if you can swing that.
Yes.
So it sounds like you need to pamper yourself that last week. I mean, those are two pampering things that have come up right off the bat.
I'll take care of it. Those two I can handle.
Okay. Is there anything else that LaShonda needs to do to prepare for 2019? I'm getting pamper yourself and relax. Give yourself the opportunity to relax.
I wish it would be that easy.
I know. Well, see, that's why that advice is coming in.
Okay. I'll see what I can get in, where I can fit it in. I will work on that.
Yeah, schedule it.
Yes.
So what just came in, LaShonda, was guard your alone time.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. You'd be surprised just how much sense that makes. I was just thinking about that all week, and I came up with a laundry list of things that I would do for to make a poster for myself. I'm going to make a custom poster to put in my office so I can look at it every day of things to do for balance, for work, life, and play. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the things on it, to find time to do nothing and to, more importantly, honor my time. Mm-hmm. So, yes.
Because everybody's taking so much of your time, and you're so busy taking care of everybody that you're the one that is, is not getting any time to take care of yourself, is what I'm hearing. Is that appropriate?
Very much so. I think that's part of the curse of all firstborns, too. Birth order and everything.
Yeah, not only firstborns, but I think females too. We tend to be the ones that take care of elderly parents and children and everybody else. Yeah,
double whammy. Yes.
Yeah. And not to say that our brothers don't help, but usually it's the women that are the caregivers.
Yes, definitely. And there's. And then when you look at it as far as, the ranking order as to who's more responsible, more reliable, blah, 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 I always win hands down, and I try not to. My question, literally, when I said I've been debating my question, I was going to start out by saying, how can I make myself less approachable? I promise you, that was my first thought.
I don't think you want to be less approachable. I think you're perfect as you are. So, but okay. Well, listen. Have a great holiday. Get your manicure. Get your massage, and go find those little umbrellas and put them in your eggnog.
Okay. Thank you. Same to you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
And then we've got Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie. Can you hear me?
Thanks for hanging in there with us. Sure, yeah. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from upstate New York.
Okay, well, good. Happy holiday.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got a question for us?
Well, I'm a newbie to your podcast, so I'm just trying to listen and learn. And I've been on a health journey for a while now of epic proportion, so that's like not a quick question. I feel like you would tell me to, do a whole hour session, which I probably may at some point. But with the holidays, I'm just feeling blue, and I'm missing my mom, who passed away in 2015. And my dad died when I was a teenager, who adored my dad, and he was just a great, great guy. And so I haven't had him around for a long time. And then losing my mom just was was tough. So she always spent the holidays with me and my family, and have a husband and 2 children, and we're missing her. So wondering if you have any messages from her.
Yeah, sure. What was her name, Julie?
Her name was Edna May.
Edna May. All right. My husband
and my dad is Larry.
Right. My husband had a grandmother named Edna May. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect into you, and then your mom will be at your right shoulder, because that's where they always stand. They know we're talking about them. Okay. Got you. Got her. Okay. Edna. Does she go by Edna May or Edna? She's saying Edna's fine.
Really? Because she would always correct people if they didn't say the full name. She preferred Edna May.
All right. Okay. She's told me Edna was fine. So maybe in the spirit world she doesn't care.
Right, I think so. I think she's very polite.
Okay. All right. So do you have anything that you want Julie to know, especially during this time of the holidays? Okay, so what's up with the gingerbread cookies? Did she make gingerbread cookies with you? Do you make them? What's up with that?
No, we don't do a lot of cookie baking in our home because of illnesses, and we eat very cleanly.
Okay. All right. She's saying something about...
She did have a sweet tooth.
Okay. All right. She thinks you need to have gingerbread cookies.
Interesting.
Oh, she's saying make a sugar-free version. I know there are paleo recipes. I've seen them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
So look for a paleo recipe for gingerbread. She wants you to make them with your family. She wants the kids to help you make them and decorate them.
Oh gosh, I don't feel like I have the energy. I feel very I'm physically handicapped and just low energy at this point. So,
all right.
A lot of these Christmas traditions are sort of going by the wayside unless my kids and husband pick them up. I don't feel like I can hold those things anymore. Create all the magic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's saying that even if you buy cookies and you decorate them with store-bought icing, that it's gonna help jumpstart the spirit, which is gonna help your mood, which is gonna help the mood of the family. She said you need to do something that is Christmassy together as a family, and it's gonna benefit all of you. So I understand what you're saying about being exhausted and all of that, and certainly you can pick and choose, but I find that those traditions are just so important during the holidays that, especially to just kind of keep the family cohesiveness together, and it's an excuse for the family to do stuff together, and I think that's what she's alluding to. She says that is what I'm alluding to.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
She's saying it's going to buoy your spirit, and it's going to buoy everybody else's. Buoy. B-U, B-O-U-Y.
Buoy, yeah.
Buoy. Your spirit, too. Okay. Do you have any questions for her, Julie?
Oh, no, I just, we certainly had our differences when she was in physical form, and as she got older and became a grandmother, she was a wonderful support to me, and in my failing health as well. So, I'm missing her company. I'm just missing her.
Okay. So she's telling me to teach you how to talk to her. You say something to her either aloud or in your head. Most people do it in their head because if they're talking aloud to dead people, most people think you're nuts. So say something in your head to her, and then her response is going to be the thought that comes into your head within a second. If you think about it for more than a couple of seconds, Julie, that's going to be your brain answering you. Okay. And then the other thing to remember is that spirits are really literal. Very literal. So if you're asking her a question, you're looking for advice or guidance on something, ask something and make the question really specific. Make it as specific as you can. And then the more you do this, the better you're going to get at it. She's with you. She's around you all the time. She's around your family. She's saying, she just said, teach her how to talk to me. So that's how you do it. And everybody has the ability to do it. The other thing is she's saying that sometimes you think you smell her. Did she wear a certain perfume or something that you smell?
No, well, I think it's more of like some of her belongings to smell like her house. I have a pie chest that was in her house, and it's now in my house. And when I open the drawer, it definitely smells like her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's saying that when you think you smell her, you are smelling her. That's part of the way that she lets you know she's around you.
Nice.
Okay. So, get that drawer open in that pie chest and you smell away, girl. Okay. And go find some gingerbread cookies and decorate them with your family. Okay. And go do those, those tradition things. Go do what you can to keep that alive. And I'm going to need to run because we're out of time, but thank you so much for calling in and schedule a private consult and we'll get to the bottom of what's going on with you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. Thanks. Okay, everybody. With that, we are out of time. And so I want to wish everybody just a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. That's already passed. But if you're celebrating different cultures, holidays, happiness to you and your family. Enjoy the time, pace yourself, and we'll meet back here next week because we'll do a show between Christmas and New Year's next week. So thanks for listening, everybody, and call in next week and join us. Submit your questions online, and just all the blessings to you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at AskJulieRyan and like her on Facebook at AskJulieRyan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.